Hey everyone, Odds here. Welcome back to the channel for some more Mechabellum. We just had a patch. Big patch. Well, not as big as the last patch, but we had a balance patch. And there's actually some substantial changes here, which is quite interesting. So this game, I've been playing a little bit of the patch, and I'm trying out some of the updated abilities. And yeah, I'm kind of liking it. I have a Tarantula game here for you. So this is going to be kind of interesting. Actually, both players, Frost and myself, have both chosen the field maintenance. New field maintenance is cheaper. So now we got it on the bar. I actually think field maintenance is pretty good in a Tarantula mirror. But there are other cases as well where maybe there's like medium units or whatever. Tarantula actually gets a lot of HP and eventually needs to be answered by something like a beam weapon, like a melter or a steel ball, something like that. So we're going to get into this game. I'm going to go quickly over some of these patch notes for those of you that are not aware. So we've got first the Fire Badger, got a 5% damage buff. So that's because, you know, Napalm got nerfed and all this other like lower attack damage and whatever. So Fire Badger buff. And, you know, if you saw my last video in Meta Monday, I talked about, hey, maybe the Fire Badger is going to be seeing some use soon with this increase in attack. Yeah, maybe we'll be seeing that. Arcwave got a really good change here. The Shockwave attack range modifier went from -20 to -5. So you managed to keep more of that range, which is great. Fangs got a very, very minor grenade launcher attack range increase just to deal with the projectile travel speed. Steel Ball now gains more range with its kinetic charge. So instead of 9 meters move gaining a range, it's now every 7 meters move. But now there's a maximum. So those of you in 2v2, maybe it won't be as oppressive. And then across the board, actually, we've got Overlord, Tarantula. Yeah, they both got a field maintenance price reduction from 200 to 150. So that's why we see it here. Actually, Frost going for it in round 2, which is kind of unhinged here. But I don't mind it. I actually go for the bubble and the advanced missile. I don't take the missile strike. I figured I can shield against either of those over here. And I'll take advanced missile, which does kill the Tarantula in one hit, which I should have been able to kill us. However, it had field maintenance, so it stays alive. So crazy play there from Frost. We do get a lock on the other one with this one. So it would have been a beautiful, almost flawless round had there been no field maintenance there. So pretty cool. We've also got photon coating on like Rhino and I think some other units. I guess War Factory and Abyss photon coating went from 25 seconds to 30 seconds. So now there's like a reason for clicking on that. Meanwhile, like the Farseer, I believe it's only a 20-second photon. So there's a difference between how much time you get for what it is. So the solo unit photon, understandably now, has a bit of a buff by having an increased duration. Sledgehammer, my favorite unit, or one of my favorite units here, got a few changes too. The EMP shot went from 400 to 350, and the armor piercing went from 225% to 250%. So a reduction in cost for one tech and then an increase in the other. And hopefully we're going to see some Sledgehammer games soon from me, because I've been trying it a lot. I want to get some Sledgeman action happening. I keep running into fortresses, though. I need to figure out a way to deal with the fortresses. But once I can figure that out, I think, yeah, maybe we'll see some Sledge games. Farseer missile interception also is increased by 40%, so it's a bit better. We actually don't see it here, but yeah, that photon is 20-second invulnerability. Or not invulnerability, 20-second photon. And then, like, you know, a few other things, like the photon coating item also went from 25 to 30 seconds. Tank production, Mustang production, steel ball production now has a maximum amount of production, so like in 2v2 it's not as oppressive. Anyways, let's get into this game now. So we had a unit drop here. I decided to go for Scorpion because it counters all the rest of the units here, and I didn't really like any of their choices. So that's why we went for that. And we've also teched our field maintenance as well, so we're keeping equal, I guess, with our opponent here. With the extra damage of the Scorpion is going to help us finish off these Tarantulas too, so I think not bad overall. We're just kind of in a standoff here until all these crawlers can get in. And we did see a flank here with that Typhoon. So eventually that'll get us. Tarantula does go down. Oh, tower timing. So we did bubble away from the tower, which is good. We do protect, or we do keep this bubble now much longer. I'd rather lose my tower to like something like this than like lose the bubble as well. It's oftentimes when this happens, like that unit is probably going to kill the bubble and the tower. But yeah, round 3 looking okay. All right, we've got Subsidized Steel Ball, which could be decent. Actually, looking back, maybe this is something I should have considered more. It's actually a really good card. I think we go for, yeah, the Underground. One also goes for Underground. I saw that this Farseer was kind of naked over here, so I thought maybe we can kind of grab that with the crawlers there. The other thing is, like, now this is like, well, do I counter this? How do I counter this? I don't want to spend a lot of money there. I mean, I guess I could just put a Tarantula here. Maybe that could be the case. But what we do is we unlock the Phantom Ray, put the Phantom Ray here. That means it's going to cover air and stuff as well if some air goes down. And the Phantom Ray does like better damage against the Tarantula. So if it does eventually come into play with the rest of my units, then maybe it could be more helpful. Now Frost immediately, you know, as supply spec goes into that melter, knowing that, hey, maybe like I need a melter to deal with these Tarantulas, even though they're level 1. Like these guys are just like stuck, like shooting each other. Nothing is really progressing there, right? And then meanwhile, my marksman is just slowly killing them all, as well as my Scorpion here. I don't actually defend against this Underground. So I might get a bit punished here. Maybe this guy should have been over here. Probably would have been better here. But yeah, crawlers come in, and looks like we're gonna maybe turn around that melter, maybe not. We do manage to clear up these guys in the corner. Now we've got 2 on the Tarantula, and oh, these crawlers are getting the tower. Oh, they just barely get the tower. Oh my god, I think there was like 1 left. It's beautiful. But now it just got it right before my crawlers go down, and well, now my tower goes down, and this melter can just farm. There's not really any chaff here. This Farseer also doing a lot of damage. I mean, these Tarantulas... Well, I only lost that one because the tower was down, but... Ooh, good. We get that. We get that. Like, basically, these Tarantulas never die to chaff anymore, and they have to be solved with something else. We get a couple spells here. Ion and Orbital. The Intensive is also really good, but I decide not to go for the Intensive. Normally, I would like this to bump my Tarantulas, but my opponent is already into Melters, and I really got to shut down this Melter. I don't want this Melter to get levels. We just kill it. So I actually start it here and go back, so that way, if we start it away from the Tarantula, I'm imagining that there's going to be a bubble here, right? So we can start to pick away at the bubble, and then the bubble pops, and then we can hopefully get that Tarantula, and then this Melter will walk forward maybe a little bit. Maybe not. Even if it doesn't, its leg is still in the way. So as long as we're not pulling backwards, then that's fine. And in this case, I'm like, well, what are we going to do here? I'm thinking about trying to put pressure on this tower here. Now, this wasn't here before, right? This Melter. This is new. But I thought maybe we can... When there's spells and stuff, I don't like to deploy all on the same side that I'm already on. I want to, like, split up. I put some crawlers here because we're a bit weak on this side. You know, from that underground threat, I kind of know now. And also, like, these crawlers came in, so maybe this can help clear things up. Got this ray here. It's safe behind this, so missiles won't affect it. And maybe we can get in on the tower, or At the very least, kill that Tarantula first. But yeah, this melter's here, which is gonna put a stop to that. See what happens. There's an orbital on my side. Okay. Looks like the orbital did pretty much nothing because we had some nice shields here. And that ion blast did everything. He totally took out that melter. We need to get this tower though. This melter is just killing all my stuff. That's like the danger, obviously, is like, man, I hate playing against melter. It seems like everything I do, I end up like forcing melters. Tarantula field maintenance kind of forces melters. But like, what can we do about it? What can we do about it? I'm looking at this. I'm like, well, mobilized battleship. Can we maybe like get in here? Like, I guess maybe, but I'm expecting my opponent to play around it. Incendiary's offered. Maybe there's a bit of a mistake too. I guess like Incendiary probably helps my opponent a bit more because he has the melters. So if all the chaff is dead, I mean, like it looks like we both want to use it on the same spot. If I want to do this, I maybe should have been greedier because there's going to be units that are standing back behind the fire. And portable shield I didn't want because we're already against melters, so it doesn't really make a difference. Otherwise, it's a great unit or a great item on these tarantulas. We could sell out of our guy over here. So meanwhile, that's been sold, so we're safe. And what can we do? What can we do about these melters? All right, here we go. We go for the level 2 steel ball. We click kinetic charge. We're going to use the kinetic charge as well. It's got a buff. Let's give it a go. Just light everything on fire. And if everything is dead, then our steel ball should be able to get good locks. That's the theory here. So let's try it. Get a knife missile here too. It's gonna regen, I guess. Does it regen through the fire? Not so much. These steel balls on the left get a lot more range because they move from right to left. I'm gonna pay attention to this range here. Up to 90 meters. Oh. There we go, over 100 meters now. And we get a lock. And, you know, I basically got, so it's 110 meters now. This guy's, what, 155? I mean, they don't have as much range. I could click range enhancement as well. And basically then I get, what, 4 melting points for half the price. And here we go. Unit reinforcement. So we've got a drop here, and this is crucial. How are we going to close out the game here? We just need a little bit more damage. Wraith feels bad. Overlord feels bad, like into melters for the most part. Arclight is, I don't know, I guess we could do like Arclights. But like in this case, Phoenix looks the best. We have really high damage here. And what we're going to try to do is navigate around and pop that tower. If we can pop that tower, we're going to be able to overrun everything. So that's the plan. We also need to account for these crawlers here, right? So we need to put some units here to slow those crawlers down so they don't come after and in the way of our Phoenix. We can get in on that tower. We're going to use some missiles here. This one, right, is just barely touching the Fang. And this one, we've got the crawler. So we've got a clear path here to this tower. Frost goes for mountain. Kind of scary if it can get going. I mean, we got level 2 steel balls. We do have some damage. We have some damage. I mean, the Phoenix does a lot of damage too. So, let's see. We're going to be able to pull it off. Also, mech rage, but all we've got is field maintenance. That is it. A safety missile here. Okay, round starts. A couple missiles go off. The Phoenix are underway. Are they going to be able to get it on that tower? This guy is able to hold them back just long enough. We get in on the tower. We get that tower timing. Now our steel balls are locked. There's no more chaff in the way over here. But we've won the chaff war. Now our balls lock on to that mountain. Lock on to the tarantula. Lock on to that melter. And it looks like we're going to be able to take this. Just finding that nice little path there of aggression. I'm not sure if we didn't get the tower, if we'd be able to get through here. It would definitely be a much harder game. I know we have a lot of HP to work with, but this army is kind of terrifying. So I'm glad we were able to close it out here. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think about field maintenance on Tarantula? Like, I think it's pretty decent. Like, to be honest, like it definitely changes the game a bit. Changes the game up a bit. Forces some choices here to try and overwhelm them. You know, we've got the melters, and I mean, also like I've played this a few times now too. I haven't played against the mountain, but I've played against War Factory with it, which is also like War Factory is pretty good against Tarantula as well. Even if they can heal, it'll still kill them. So it gets a bit crazy. I think I've got one more replay we can go over. Let's have a look. Right, here we are. We're up against Spade, another strong player here. And I believe, yeah, this game, we want to try to get into the sledges. Speed spec with sledge. I have a sledge bar now that's like range, mech rage, EMP, armor piercing. It's like full sledge aggro. This is a great start, to be honest. Like, as sledge. Counters both of those units here. Spade's got a lot of HP. Well, let's see what we can do. Bit of a spoiler, though, is like, I'm pretty sure we end up with tarantulas again. You'll see. You'll see. This is actually that War Factory game into tarantulas, so we'll have to have a look at that. Let's see how we can deal with it. I'm going to have the first few rounds pretty quick here, just because this is going to be a bit longer video with 2 replays. But this looks pretty good, right? Sledge is not going to die. So no problem that round. And we got him under 5k now. Hurrah. Intensive offered. We take that right away. Like I said, this was a game, my game plan originally was sledges here. I've been experimenting with, like, I don't know, these like fangs on the side instead of here. Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to play Fang more. Like I used to make pretty much only crawlers, but now I'm trying to mix Fangs in more as well. Because there's some games that I've been playing, maybe you'll see it, like I'm trying to do like Sledge Fang, kind of like Marine Tank basically. There's Fangs later on, if you know, they're really good with one tech. You could click range on them. You could even click like Mech Rage or just Portable Shield, any of these one techs, even Grenade Launcher. And it can do quite a lot when you've got a board that has a lot of Fangs on it. Okay, this is probably not one of those games. So we lose that round, we throw the tempo away because we recruited 3 chaff units. Here we go, we got Amp Core offered. We got Amp Core and intensive training. So I think, well, this could be really good here. This is our gold star unit. Level 2 with Amp Core, that could be very good. Spade also goes for this very quick energy absorption, which is kind of cute, but I guess it worked because he won the round, but And now you can see just this sort of like annoying crawler formation where protect the hounds. Here's a bubble. Congratulations. Now we can pretty much never deal with this. Like the bubble is good protecting against the missile. We don't care. If you want to missile me, sure, why not? We do put this crawler here. We want to try to like slow down the Mustang and pull back like some of these crawlers so that we can deal with the majority of this with our sledges first, because we don't have like real chaff clear, right? It's round 3. We still don't have a unit drop. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I don't want to buy a chaff clear. I'm hoping to grab it for free or relatively free. Yeah, we pull a little bit, but it's not enough. This bubble really helps. I mean, like, it's actually doing nothing right now, but like, I'm not going to be able to get into there. The sledges do tank pretty well, but there's just too much stuff. And this is just because I don't have chaff clear yet. So we're going to see what we get. When it's like round 4, sometimes you can see like 3 arc lights or like something like that, or a level 3 Tarantula, which is also very good. But usually you'll see something. So here we go. Our only chaff clear option is the Tarantula here at level 3. So we buy that, we slam it down, get a few more Tarantulas, level that guy up because we've got the intensive. Tarantulas are very good when leveled. And we're going to try to go for like a little ball play over here. This tower is wide open. But, yeah, spade starts to go wider. So, unfortunately, like, we don't have enough money for the, the mobile beacon. So we couldn't beacon it. So it is going to get pulled a bit this way. But we got a chaff clear online now. So let's see how that happens or how that works. And it looks like so close that some of these balls are going to get in, but they just don't. I wonder if I put it vertically it would work. I don't know. I still pull because there's nothing else like kind of over here. Maybe if that's there and then I had something else here. But it does clear up and now we get the tower. Tower goes down and hey, all this stuff is behind the bubble. So it looks like we're going to get that bubble kill, which is great. All right. This is a pretty convincing win here on that Tarantula turn. So now Spade on the back foot, having to find an answer for what can be done about these Tarantulas. I immediately picked that portable shield. Maybe a mistake. I tunnel vision on that, but I've already got intensive. I should have got that enhancement mod maybe. Just for financial purposes. And here we go. Spade goes for that war factory. Nice little pockets here, which is like really annoying to deal with. And then a war factory is quite good against Tarantula. We do go with field maintenance this turn. And we have our sort of staircase here. So we've got all of our chaff clear pretty much done. Maybe we need one more, but it doesn't matter that much. Now seeing this war factory, the game is completely changed. It's no longer about the spiders, it's about the war factory. Spiders have been answered. So look at this. Like, the portable shield helps quite a lot on this guy. But like, the damage is not significant. So like, eventually it does go down. We got him to half. I think we're going to be able to get him, but we're going to lose like another Tarantula. Finally goes down. So seeing this, it's like, well, okay, if that's how you want to play, let's do it. let's just go right into Abyss. I'm tired of dealing with war factories. I'm tired of dealing with melters. This game is exhausting sometimes. These units are quite frustrating to deal with. And this position is like, this war factory is like fully protected. He even goes for another one. Just feels confident enough that, hey, there's nothing I can do. I've invested so much into my tarantulas here. Well, I mean, arguably, but like I have enough. I have a lot of tarantulas. I have one tech. It's only 150. We're in like a headbutt-esque. That's why we haven't gone range. Like this is like basically good enough, right? But we're gonna go into that Abyss right away. I also have some pockets for Abyss, so why not? I'll just do the same thing that you're doing, Spade, but with an air unit. We picked up that Wraith drop as well. We sold one Wraith and put the other one here in the corner just to help with some of that chaff clear, so hopefully we can get some better targeting. And yeah, we recruit at level 2. Or sorry, we recruit at level 1 and then we used our training spec to get that to 2 because this guy had a level, and a level 1 Abyss takes forever to kill a level 2 fortress, so you gotta be equal levels. So that's why we've done that. Huge damage. I think I just need to start building Abyss more, because, like, I mean, like, look at this. Like, what do you do? I don't have the photon tech, though. Maybe that's something I should think about now that that's been changed. I don't know. I mean, like, you don't really want them to take damage, and then the photon runs out by the end of the round anyway, so it just, like, doesn't seem super great, but maybe the 30 seconds makes a difference. I don't know. So again, I skipped the mobilized battleship. I'm looking at this and it's like, yeah, you know, maybe, but like he's already got 2 Mustangs here. I'm expecting another Mustang over here or something just to protect the air and flank on this side. So we don't go for it. Instead I buy another Abyss. And get some chaff. We need some later fangs so that they can tank a bit. Like, do we? We go for double. Oh, okay, yes, right. Because there is a chance of that mobilized battleship. Yeah, we get our towers to 2. And then we put a couple fangs here. So that'll help slow it down if it comes. And then, you know, the Abyss or the marksman might turn around. Yeah, but now we've got 2 Abyss. Up against 2 war factories here. The answer to the Abyss seems to just be win on the ground and have 1 Phoenix kill everything. But you gotta really win on the ground. Range and high explosive was teched here. So yeah, I mean, like, you should be winning on the ground, I guess. Oh my god, 1 tick of life. You know, thankfully we did level our tower here because, you know, we might have lost this Abyss. We could have potentially even lost the round. I don't know. If we lost that tower. We have a level, we have a level. But like, they're already like, you know, level 2. Like, do I want to level them? I probably want techs now. Because at this point, like, it has to be answered by melters. That's pretty much the only way here. Once you have a high level Abyss. So, I don't know. We got to be thinking about that. Melters, man. Melters. I wake up in cold sweat in the middle of the night. Oh, melters. Oh, oh, there it is. Oh, just got nerd chills. All right. Sorry. What do? We go for a skip. Portable shield, no point anymore. Like, it would be good you know, on tarantulas and stuff. Whoops, sorry. But, or even, you know, we have these sledges here still. But there's no point anymore. The ground is going to be lost by the war factory. All we can do is like hope that we can clear the ground fast enough so that we can get good locks on our abyss. Or we get swarm missiles. The swarm missiles helps with chaff clear. Right? We can... This is going to help clear all the crap on the board so that we can get better locks with the abyss. And now that we're going to have 3. It should be good. And we're going to try to put some fangs in front just to protect our dudes here. Eventually, we might be able to get a portable shield, which can be quite good. Because then the war factory has to shoot twice. There's no launcher overload yet. But yeah, 2 melters way far back. Protected by this war factory. Kind of scary. Notice like we still have this wraith. I know it doesn't look like it's doing much, but it is. It is doing much. Look, it killed over 100 units there. It's great. It's not about how much damage it is, but clearing all those units. Melter gets a lock on this guy and on this guy. A bit scary. Oh, we just barely killed that guy in time. Now we killed that other war factory. There's just 1 melter left. It has a portable shield. It's got a lock. We do get that tower. It's a melter though, is it? Is it enough? Oh my god, looks like just barely. Just barely. So we're hanging on. Spade down to 524. Advanced targeting is, I don't know, maybe an idea. But it's very expensive. We go for the wasp swarm. If you look at this, like if we go here, thinking maybe these Mustangs, because they're like a bit faster, right? Maybe they'll go forward. We got stuff here. Maybe they won't turn around. I don't know. Most of this guy's here too. But the goal is to like tie up the melters, maybe tie up the war factory even. And now we click on Dark Companion. Because there's melters now, we want to make sure we get something in front of that abyss every time. So think about it this way. We click Dark Companion. Now we've got, what's the rate? 300? 3, 6, 900 bucks for that. And we click on Degen. Degen's going to slow things down so they'll be clumped more. It also, importantly, reduces the damage so that the war factory cannot hopefully kill the tarantula as quickly, and also increases our damage. So hopefully we can clear the crap faster. Just as 1 tech, it's like 200. Should be pretty good. That underground threat is off cooldown. We get this guy to level 2. So now we've got 2 level 2s, which I think is better than a level 3 and 2 level 1s, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I honestly don't play Abyss very much, but I should probably practice with it more. Here we go. These come in, which does distract our abyss a bit. Our stuff also distracts the melters a bit. Why did I say distract the war factory? I meant distract the melter because it's air units, obviously. Oh my god, because we're level 2 now and we lock onto that level 2, we actually do manage to kill it, which is great. All of our chaff clear is dead. Melters do have locks. Also importantly, there is energy absorption, which is very, very strong in this position. But we get that tower. We do lose that abyss, but can we stay alive here? There's a lot of late fangs. Oh yeah, we did pick up Fang Shield as well. And it looks pretty decent. As long as we can clear this guy, we might be okay. We got a marksman left as well. That looks like it's enough. Just barely. 118. So interesting game here. I know this was not really so much about this tarantula, but you know, that's where we started this charade with the field maintenance, which I guess forced out the war factory. Although I think Spade was probably going to play the war factory anyway, thinking just about how his board is positioned. So yeah, pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think about the patch, about the games, about whatever. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time.